So unlike England, here in Canada we have this thing called summer, which means for like a good 2-3 months the sun is out almost every day. It's quite hot. You know, I'm being blinded by the sun almost every morning when I leave my flat, and that's something that never happens in England. So I went online, I thought I want a really nice cap to shield my eyes, and I thought this Speedcube Shop cap was pretty neat, so I decided to buy that. But then I realized I had a bit of a spending problem when I bought these guys as well, so I guess we're gonna unbox these now. So I bought these 4 puzzles from speedcubeshop.com. We have the Sheng Case Cube, which I think is just a 3x3 shaped mod. We have the Ghost Floppy Cube, which is a 3x3x1 with obviously the different shaped pieces. We have the Fisher Wheel of Time. I've actually done the Wheel of Time on a Cankerous Solve before, but this is the Fisher variant, so it should shapeshift. It's going to do some really cool stuff. And then we also have the Lan Gem. Is it the gem? No, it's not the gem, it's the Lan Diamond, my bad, the Lan Diamond. So I'm pretty excited about all of these. I'm gonna get them out on the desk so you guys can kind of see how they move. I'm gonna have a think about how I will solve these and, you know, just kind of have a play around, and that's gonna be today's video, so let's get started. Okay, so starting off with the one that I'm probably the least excited about, this is the Case Cube, and as I said, I think this is just a 3x3 shaped mod. But let's get it open, and there is tape. I did not know there was tape. Ah, come on. Awesome, here we go. So it looks like we have like extensions. So this inside part is the 3x3. These are extended pieces off of those. So obviously you can't turn these. We have 3 layers here. And these 2 I think are going to be a bit off-putting. We need to remember that we have 1, 2, 3. So I guess this is a center? Is it? Or is this a center? Oh god, we'll figure this out. Hang on a second. So in terms of turning, if I do like a Soon algorithm. Okay, so that turns pretty well. And oh god, that doesn't look like a Soon. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so this is going to be a bit messy. We have one corner which has 3 separate pieces on it. We have an edge which is 2. We have our center which is obviously 1. But then we have a corner that's 1, a corner that's 1. So this is going to be quite confusing, I think, considering I can't really figure out which piece is which. I'm just going to have to try and decide what's a corner, what's not, as I go along, because I don't know, how would I solve this? Would I solve it this way? So we start 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers? Or would I do it like this? So 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layers? Because if I do the Soon here, it's a little bit easier to identify which is yellow, which is not yellow, that sort of thing. So I can figure out that, well, I can basically tell which, oh god, what did I do? Ah, no! Okay, before I do some damage, I'm going to move on and go on to the Lan Diamond. And I believe this is also just a 3x3 shape mod, but it has quite a lot of layers to it, so this could be quite confusing. I believe this is our centerpiece, which is pretty cool because it has 4 colors, which means that our first layer is actually made up of 4 colors. Our middle layer is made up of another 4 colors, and then our top layer is also made up of 4 colors. We have the same color on opposite sides. So yeah, this actually probably will cause some parity issues, because this corner here, if that is a corner, I think it is exactly the same as this corner, meaning it's going to be quite difficult to tell which is the correct one. Obviously, if you put a wrong corner on a 3x3, you're not going to be able to solve the rest of the puzzle. So yeah, I think this will be quite an interesting solve. It turns just like a 3x3. It's quite obvious that this is the center, here are our edges, and here are the corners. So I think we will just have to solve it with maybe beginner's method, take it slowly, and just kind of see what happens. But I'm quite excited about this one. I think it will be a bit of a challenge. Alright, next up we have the 3x3x1 Ghost Cube, and I'm pretty excited about this. This was recommended by quite a few of you guys, and I figured I would just get it because it wasn't that expensive, and the floppy cube is pretty cool, and this looks pretty awesome. So I think it's a super floppy. Yep, it's a super floppy cube, which means it can shapeshift. You can do a 90-degree turn, and then you can turn other layers on their own. Oh, is this some bandaging I see? So obviously because of the angle of this piece, I can't make a turn like this without, well, I can, but I don't want to break it. So it looks like we could get some bandaging going on here, especially as we are shape-shifting. And this is going to be quite hard to solve, because if you look at that, it's not actually solved, but it looks pretty close. You actually need to solve it like that. So this is going to be very confusing. Obviously you could do it without the shape-shifting, just like normal moves, but I think that would be too easy. And if we do treat it as a bandaging floppy cube, this could be quite a challenging puzzle to solve. So yeah, you definitely should not be able to make that move because of the angle that this piece is pointing out. Wow, okay. Okay, I'm quite excited about this. This is going to be a very interesting solve. And then finally, we have the Moyu Fisher Wheel of Time. And as I said, I managed to do the regular Wheel of Time, but this guy looks a little bit more difficult. Okay, here you are. So, for those of you who don't know what the regular Wheel of Time is, it's basically a 3x3 with 5x5 centers. And this guy is exactly the same in Fisher Cube format. And if you don't know what Fisher Cube is, I recommend you look it up on my channel. It's basically a 3x3 shape mod, but it's pretty crazy, so yeah. So obviously we have the top and the bottom centers, which look kind of normal, and then we have these guys in the middle, which do not look normal. So I imagine it's going to solve exactly the same. I mean, it should do, because it is just a shape mod of the regular Wheel of Time, but as you can see, a few moves has actually made it quite crazy, and I'm going to have to pay close attention to which face is which when I'm actually solving this, because I think this could be a challenge. I'm going to have to actually re-watch the Wheel of Time video and see how I actually solved it, and see if I can kind of replicate that here, because oh dear, this looks like it might be hard. Alright then guys, so here are the 4 puzzles I've just unboxed. I also want to point out that I went on holiday to Montreal a few weeks ago, and I actually got my hands on this Hanayama puzzle. This is the Hanayama Vortex, and then I also got the Hanayama Donut. Now I've managed to solve the Donut one, but not the Vortex yet, and I was wondering if you guys might want to see a Cancrush solve on a metal puzzle such as this. It's not something that I've really done before, but it could be interesting. We will see. Just leave a comment below if you're interested in seeing me try and solve this. If not, that's completely fine. We will stick to the twisty puzzles, but just want to know what your guys' opinion on that is. Anyway, as for me, that is it for this video. I cannot wait to get started on these cubes, and remember, keep an eye out for the Cancrush solves of these in the near future. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. If you've not, give it a thumbs down if you really must. And then subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.